Welcome to the Unlimited Mindset, how to have more success, time, freedom, and peace of mind with your host, Camila Carlberg. Are you ready for an easier way to create a great life? Learn to shift what no longer serves you. On the Unlimited Mindset, you develop understanding, awareness, and knowledge of being consciously aware. Camila knows firsthand what results you can achieve when you commit yourself. She is the trusted advisor to successful leaders in the pharmaceutical industry with a desire to share what she knows with you. You are your own leader. Everything starts and ends with you. If you're ready to commit consistently and grow your mind, join in. The Unlimited Mindset starts now.
Welcome to another episode of the Unlimited Mindset. And first of all, happy Monday. I hope you're doing great and had a great start of this new week. For those of you you don't know me, even though the trailer said, my name is Camila, and I'm here to share what I learned the hard way. I'm here to share, to inspire you. Today, we are honing in on a topic that most people are not aware about. It's about mental preparation. And I want to spend our time together today and talk about mental preparation because so many clients of mine are in transition right now, and I help them mentally prepare to ace the interview or any conversation they have on their journey. Mental preparation is not only for those of us who go through a transition period, a process, a journey. It's also when we're going into any other board meeting or any conversation we're going to have with our partner, with our children. The more we are mentally prepared and ready, the easier it is and the more fun it will become. So get ready to have your pen and paper, and you remember, ring my producer if you have any questions. I'd love to hear what you think. Any questions? All right, are you ready? I am. Mental preparation. I want to start with sharing my story, one of many stories. But the life experience that really took me, really hit me hard, was in school. I was, was it 15, 16 years old? I was preparing for a English verbal exam. I'm Danish. My mother tongue is Danish. English is my second language. And I practiced and rehearsed. But I was not mentally set up for success. I didn't know what experience I wanted to achieve, the outcome. I was practice and rehearsing all the words, the language. I sat there in the exam, and I was asked to analyze a story about a doll being produced from was of China. At that, when I was 16, I had only one relationship with China, and that was the country, China. And that story didn't make sense to me at all. A doll from China, and I didn't understand the questions. When I was told that China is a material, I felt like a failure. I felt worthless, and I felt useless, and I felt I was not good enough, because of course everybody should know that China is not only the country, but also material. I didn't know that. But what happened after that experience was I turned into a perfectionist. Going further on in my exams, I memorized everything so that I thought I would nail the exam. Some of the exams I did really well with A+. Some of the exams I failed. And it's not because that I really tried to rehearse and memorize, but I didn't set myself up for success. That I know now. And that's what I share with you today. So you see, mental preparation It's not about learning your slide decks, learning the numbers, everything else you learn. Mental preparation is your beliefs. And I remember it's so clear in my mind that when I was growing up in my bathroom, I had the walls plastered with Latin grammar and everything because I wanted to succeed. But I forgot mental preparation. Further on in my life, I went on to become a consultant in IBM. And I was then also learning to memorize my slides. Nobody taught me to monitor, to feel how I really felt, how my stomach was churning. Nobody even gave me a hint that in order for you to succeed, Camilla, is both the outer world and the inner world. You see, we don't have an alignment of how we feel. You can as much prepare and practice and rehearse, but if you have that inner voice, the critique saying, you can't do it, I can't do it, I don't believe, I'm going up now, it's not a peer conversation, even though everyone talks about this is a peer conversation. If you don't believe it, if you don't know what you really want of outcome, and self-doubt starts to creep in, you may be really busted in that conversation. Now, the reason why I take this up now is that I support quite a few clients going through transition. And mental preparation, they haven't learned. And how should they learn? Because we don't learn it in school. We don't learn it when we take an education, or like in the higher business school. What do we say? Higher business school? We don't say that in English, right? But if you're an adult and want to add on improve your skills, don't really been told about mental preparation. You may do Scrum, cybersecurity, whatever new skill, educational skill you want to learn. But we don't talk about mental skill, the mindset skill. And that's mental preparation is a fraction of the mindset and the mindset to succeed. And that's why I decided to hone in on this, because people reach out for help. Obviously, they start with what they know best. So they start to say, okay, I just need this and this and this. Can you help me? And they have been working with our placement consultants and have other coaches on their team. But they all focus on one thing, and that is the how. I also focused on the how. When I was an executive advisor, before I was introduced to mental preparation. And I say, but how does your slide deck, your knowing your data, if you know all this, why are you then uncertain that you're going to really drive this conversation home? And I help them understand that it's the inner work that sets you up for success. Really true success, and really where you go in and you strike home, where you really make an impression. So just let me have my notes. So this is where I make a difference. And I wanna share time with you today on this. And I ask you this question. When you go in or prior to a conversation, how do you prepare? How do you prepare? Are you one of those? Many don't feel like ashamed if you are, because I was also once one of those, where you focus on your slide deck, on your numbers, right? You know your message. Is that how you prepare? Or do you actually have a routine where you slow down and you really tap into your inner space, your sacred space, and feel how you're doing? Where are you right now? And what if you could shift that experience? I want to share another example of mental preparation. Before going live today, I looked at my notes. For example, first of all, my IT system is not working, so I have my notes on my mobile. So I got to get things going. And then just before going live, 2 minutes to live, 1 minute to being on air, I tapped in to feeling worthy of success. What is success? Feeling worthy of being me, feeling happy, feeling grateful that we have the opportunity to connect. I learned it the hard way, that when you do mental preparation, you can go in and nail everything, because you know for a fact, I know, and you probably know too, you know everything, right? But what make you nervous is that all the small voices in your head start saying, you don't know that, what if they ask? Yeah, but what if they ask and you can't answer? You say, well, that's a good question. How can I do this, right? Or for me, for example, I was going live and I said, okay, now my notes are here. And my mind was on getting the IT up and running before going live, but I chose not to be stressed about it. I chose to enjoy the process and really tapping in to what I wanted to create today. I want to create connection with you. I want to have the result of hopefully creating impact. I don't hope that. My mind and desire is to create impact and share something with you that maybe some of you have not thought about. And that is mental preparation. It shifts everything. For example, can you remember the time where you had prepared, and then suddenly you got that blackout? Can you remember that situation? You see, 2 weeks ago, recently, a person reached out for help. He's been on paternity leave for a while. He wanted to come back into the loop, and he'd chosen to take the package. So he's actually got the opportunity to land his new dream job. He's been with his lovely kids for a while, for 6 months or so. And now he was on the market. He's executive. He used to sell products. He used to sell services for more than 15 years. Very successful. He's never been used to selling himself. And when he reached out, he said, Camilla, I just had this conversation and I got this blackout. When I got a question I couldn't answer, I felt worthless. And I said, let us see how I can help you set you up for success. And I was tapping into the mental preparation, and he realized that it was all the inner voices that made him fail, right? And we're working together to find peace and really say they're going into a peer-to-peer conversation. That is mental preparation. After the break, we're soon coming up for a short commercial break, I will share with you 5 tools, framework of 5 tools that will help you ace any conversation. When I mean ace, asking or engaging in a conversation and asking for something where it is as easy as asking or telling your partner that you go down and shop a bottle of milk. That is the mental preparation of being present in the moment and trust that you can do this. You don't have to be afraid. It's a peer-to-peer conversation as any other conversation. But when there's something on stake, we start to get nervous. But we don't have to get nervous when we are really nervous, when we have mentally prepared for the conversation. So stay tuned. I will give you 5 tools that will transform how you go into any conversation. Now we're soon up for the commercial break. Let me just see. So now, as we're waiting for the commercial break, let me just remind you that if you are in transition, I'm running a challenge that will 10x your chances for landing your job sooner or faster than you can do on your own. Maybe if you were also working with an outplacement coach. So DM me if you want to join the club, the community. I have 2 seats left, and this is not to be missed if you want to land your dream job faster than you can on your own, working on mindset, your value, your worth, and actually what you can do with which not so many people do to land that dream job. That was a difficult word for me to say. I think we're soon up for commercial. Are we not? Maybe we are. Maybe we are. So let me just see. Remember, after the break, we're going to hone into 5 tools that will transform your life. And when you go practice these 5 tools, you will ace any conversation you're gonna attend. I use these 5 tools. I use them on a daily basis, and I teach and train my clients in them. So stay tuned. And now I am ready for the commercial break. Back after the commercial. I hope you had a cup of tea, coffee, and you're ready to dive in and get the 5 tools that will help you better mentally prepare for any high-stake conversation or any conversation where you really need to achieve what is important for you. But before I give you the 5 principles or the 5-step framework, or share the 5-step framework with you, think of a time or situation where you didn't mentally prepare, if at all. Maybe you didn't prepare at all, and you felt miserable after the conversation. And as I go through the 5-step approach, we'll see maybe there's something, a golden nugget in here. I certainly have experienced that, and that's why I share this process or this 5-step framework with you. Number 1, define the outcome you want to achieve. It can be like a client last year, but he struggled to pull his team together. And I asked him, how do you currently run your team meetings? And how would you like to run team meetings? And as importantly, what would you like to achieve? And we talked about it, and we re-engineered how he showed up, what he wanted to as outcome for the meeting. So always have the outcome in mind for any high-stake conversation, because if not, you would divert and you will end the conversation and say, I didn't ask that. Why did we talk about that? Because you didn't steer or guide the conversation. So remember to have the end goal in mind that your future self will thank you for. Also, as we talked about before the commercial break, observe any fears, any doubts that creep in, right? It's normal to have limiting beliefs Oh, that makes you uncertain. Can you do it? Yes, you can't. No, I can't. I'm not prepared. I don't have my notes. The IT. Embrace what's showing up and then say, I can nail it anyway. I know what I'm talking about. Like I did. IT was not working for me, but I know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm stumbling a bit about the words today. My mouth is low right now. Anyway, I'm enjoying the process, right? So always observe what's showing up for you, like fears and feelings, emotions, embrace that, and then see how you can shift those emotions so they don't prevent you from stepping into your greatness. And most often, your limiting beliefs and the voices, what they say, you can't do it, you don't know what you're talking about, it's a lie. It's a lie. You know what you talk about. You know your area of expertise. And then, this is very important. Set yourself up for success with a routine in the morning or in the evening, right? If you are going to have a meeting the next day, set you up for success. Pack your bag. Make sure that your computer is ready for you to use, that you have your mouse, that you have your camera, that you have your pen. Make sure that everything is in your bag. So when you wake up the next morning, you can enjoy the morning, right? If you start the morning in rush, those emotions or feelings and emotions will not set you up for success. And it can be more difficult or hard for you to mentally relax, mentally prepare for the meeting. That's why the routine, your morning routine and your evening routine is essential. Also visualizing the conversation you're going to have. How's that going to be? What impact do you want to create? What experience do you want to have? It's going to be joyful, right? It's going to be joyful, light, funny, right? Smile. What do you want the experience to be like? The mental preparation for that part in the morning and the evening routines, very essential, fundamental for you to thrive better and create more impact with effortlessly. Number 4, many people, they say, forget that. I don't even would use that word. They say, are unaware of that. And I want to start this, but I find it really interesting because I've been there once. People think or feel that when they go into a conversation, it's not a peer-to-peer conversation, but it is a peer-to-peer conversation. I have some specific knowledge and you have some specific knowledge. And that's why it makes it really interesting to have a conversation, right? A meaningful conversation. But the hierarchy often pulls people down. I say when people are going in, asking for a promotion, asking for a raise to an interview, they don't feel they are peer-to-peer. And I spend quite some time with my clients on this, and they see it. They see when we worked on that and we peel the onion and say, I don't say, come on, but I love them when I nudge them with love. Say, but you have some specific knowledge. If the person you're going to talk to have the same type of kind of knowledge that you have, you wouldn't be invited to that conversation. And we have this peer-to-peer exploration. And they see the point. That is part of mental preparation. Remember, you are as worthy and valuable as the person you're going to talk to. Your time is precious. My time is precious. Let's make this an amazing and meaningful conversation, right? Remember that peer-to-peer conversation. And then test your messages. And with this, I mean, test your whys, what are you doing? What are you creating? And your value point. So many people forget that. And that's important. For example, if you're in transition, that you test, dry run your worth. What is your worth? You rolling out on your tongue, $150,000, if that's what works for you. And is that your worth? Then own it. Remember that. So the 5 points are, and I know time is coming up, define your outcome, observe your fears, prepare yourself mentally with the morning and evening routine, take the room as a peer, and then practice your key messaging, your worth, your value. So my question to you is, what is the tiny step, the baby step that you're going to take from this conversation today so that you can become better at mentally preparing yourself mentally better for the next conversation where you can create even more impact? What is the first baby step you're going to take, right? And what about the morning and evening routine? What is going to shift what you do already, and what are you willing to allow in? That is really important to set yourself up for success. So make sure that you do what it takes to set yourself up for success. Yes, it's hard work, but the ride is so worth it. Mental preparation is something most people don't do, but it will lift you up to effortless success. If this speaks to you and you want to learn more about mental preparation, then reach out to me. I'm here to support you, and it would be my honor to have you on any of my courses, my challenges, so I can help you set you up for more success the easy way. Remember that you don't have to go through any of your transformation journeys on your own. We can do it together. I have some tools that you may find very valuable. At least I know that what I teach and train, has transformed my life. And I hope that I have inspired you today to do the mental preparation, absorb them, and apply them in your life where it makes sense. Now we're soon up and to close this live session, event, live show today. I'm really honored and very grateful that we had the opportunity to connect. Remember to follow me. You can also here on the platform. You can also find me on LinkedIn. I'm always grateful for feedback, and let me know what other support you need. I'm so happy to hear from you and how I can support you. Well, all my love, sending from Copenhagen in Denmark, Europe, to you wherever you are in the world. Take care, and we will speak soon and connect soon again. I think that's about it. Or maybe not.
You have been listening to The Unlimited Mindset, how to have more success, time, freedom, and peace of mind. Tune in every first and third Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific on transformationtalkradio.com with your host, Camila Carlberg, as she helps you create a great life in an easier way. Learn the why, what, and how of conscious awareness and shift what no longer serves you. Camila knows firsthand what results you can achieve when you commit yourself. Create your future today. For more information, visit carlbergcoaching.com.